Hi, my name's Leena and welcome to How Fucked Up. Hi, my name's Leena and welcome to How Much of a Brainwashed Little. Hi, my name's Leena and welcome to White Privilege. Hi, my name's Leena and welcome to an episode of How Cruel Is My Makeup Bag? Sliding into my DMs like a fuckboy. You might think of me as the extremely well-spoken British YouTuber whose parents love her very much. My hobbies involve publishing, predominantly with people as privileged as me, complaining about London rent prices while still sitting pretty in the 1% of most well-paid women in the world. And, as per this video, occasional bounce of guilt. So, as most naturally selfish children do, they grow up. And they meet better people than them and they make friends with them. And then those friends start to make uncomfortably clear and very well argued videos about how maybe testing our products on animals is kind of embarrassing in 2016. Welcome to my office. Today I'm going to use a website called Logical Harmony, which is run by a vegan called Tashina, who must have the gut of a goddess. Like, this is the longest, I don't know how she does it. She has made what is known to be the most comprehensive directory of genuine companies that don't test on animals. Now, you all know there's lots of people that say on the back of their products, I don't test on animals. That's because they physically don't test on animals. There are companies that say on the back of their products they don't test on animals, but it's not as simple as that. I always grew up thinking that like grown-ups had to legally or morally or just like systemically tell the truth, and it's just not the case. Just saying you don't test on animals on the back of your products kind of is like saying I only rent the room upstairs on Airbnb to the murderer who's skinning the faces off 2-year-olds. I don't do it myself. A lot of them do use products that are tested on animals, they just buy them in and then mix them together themselves. Now, it's 2016, it's a relatively cheap process, it's not a hard thing to do. Essentially any company that's still testing on animals, I've learned, is not only a horrible person, but also an awful business person. Am I vegan? No. Am I a vegetarian? No. Am I thinking about it? Possibly. An easier decision, however, isn't what I put into my body, but what I put on my face. Actually the most trivial thing in the world. That's enough explaining, you all agree with me anyway, let's go. This is my red warning tape of shame. Anyone who doesn't pass the tests, get some tape around them. I don't want to waste products, so any product that doesn't pass the Logical Harmony Index test will get this around them, and then I will know it is a temporary contract, and I will not replace that product, and I will buy something that isn't tested on animals. This is the Urban Decay Naked palette. I've been using this for about 4 years. It's kind of getting a little bit grubby around the edges. Naked palette is to beauty community as Lady Di is to Britain. She's beautiful, she's flawless, you can't say anything, she's sacred. Don't even diss her. Urban Decay is on the list. It should be noted that they are cruelty-free, but their parent company is not. What do we think about that? I think it's going to stay for now. I should give it a hoover though. This is my Max Factor Colour Adapt in Ivory. Some of the strangest colonial branding I've ever heard of. Makes me feel like a tusk. Oh, this isn't going to go well, is it? MAX. Max Factor. You're on the list, mate. You're getting taped. I don't care if it was only one beer. It's still above the limit. L'Oreal Paris. False lash flutter. I'm pretty sure this is bad. I bought it because I was in a rush. And apparently not owning mascara is a massive emergency and I had to emergency buy this even though I know it's tested. Is it tested? Yeah, it's totally tested on animals. None for your Glen Coco. This is previously Collection 2000. Propping up 14-year-old makeup livelihoods everywhere throughout Britain. Collection Cosmetics. What category is that in? Brands to avoid. Oh God, I thought they were okay. I did. Goodbye, my almost lover. I have loads of MAC in here. I have like a lipstick obsession in second year of uni. I don't want to talk about it. I just ate a lot of like mug shots during that year because I got so obsessed with MAC. Brands to avoid. By the way, brands to avoid, that's what this means. This can mean that they engage in testing themselves through a third party as required by law or use ingredients that are tested on animals. Brands will be added to this list if they state that they are not verified or check with their suppliers or affiliates about animal testing. MAC, the knife. Oh, this is one I want to know about. So I've always thought that Soap and Glory was cruelty-free, but before I really understood all of the loopholes that somebody can say they're cruelty-free and then not be cruelty-free, so I don't trust them anymore. Let's try it. Oh, I love Soap and Glory. Oh, shit. There's so many companies with the word soap in their name. What are you doing, Soap and Glory? You're in the pending brands category. What the fuck does that even mean? Don't be a player. Okay, whoa, so many pending brands. Pending brands, these are brands that Logical Harmony has reached out to about their stance on animal testing and is waiting to receive a response or waiting for the brand to finish completing the document. Okay. Soap and Glory, in the notes it says, have reached out multiple times but have not received a response. They do say on the back of a lot of their packaging that they don't believe in animal testing. Well, a belief isn't a promise, is it? So Soap and Glory, if you're out there, do you? Don't you? Tell me. Too Faced. This is the glitter glue from Too Faced. I saved up loads of money for this. It was the best thing that's ever happened to me. It's how I glue glitter to my face. Can we do it? Is it scrolling? Oh, what is at the top of this list? I know it's on. Oh! Cruelty-free. Cruelty-free. Now, I bought this Kiko. It's a lip liner. And I'm wearing it right now. And I bought this because Jean at Bookish Thoughts told me it was cruelty-free. Is she going to come through for me? Pending brands. Pending. She says she's reached out multiple times but has not received a response. That's a tough cookie. Jean. Never trust Scottish people. Collection. Another bastard one. This is that concealer that everybody uses. I can't remember what it's called. You know what I'm talking about though. It's this one. The one that all the paper, like, it's the one that all the words rub off all the time and everyone, beauty guru, is like, buy it. The irony here is that it says fair at the end. I don't think this is fair. Next on the list, 2 very, very recently purchased Rimmel eye things. Brands to avoid. I kind of knew that. I think I knew that. Clinique, another brand that I'm like, how do I even own this? You know when you're also kind of like, I don't know how this got into my hands because I'm not rich enough to. Brands to avoid. Doesn't matter. Oh, Revlon. Okay. I don't know what this will say because I always thought the Revlon was cruelty-free when I was at uni. And I have a feeling that Sana told me they weren't. And I used to love Rimmel. I used to feel like super classy. It was like the only thing I could buy that I felt like, oh yeah, it's affordable yet classy. Brands to avoid. Brilliant. Screwed me over. Whatever. Here is a stack of Illamasqua. You'll notice that it's slightly shaking because if Illamasqua doesn't pass this test, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I was a rich fan. I can't live without Illamasqua. But literally, okay, this cream blusher in Zygnomatic, oh my god. They're on the pending brands. They said they haven't received a response. I was so sure. I was so sure. We're going to keep this for now. Sana's pretty convinced they are. And I trust her because she's Dutch. I don't need another reason. Bourgeois, bourgeois, bourgeois. Have reached out multiple times, have not received a response. What happened to customer service in this digital age? NARS. This is my NARS palette. It's the only thing I own that's NARS. But look at it. I bought this like 7 years ago. It's probably quite gross. Okay. NARS is cruelty-free, but their parent company is not. I'm going to let that pass the test for now, but let me know what you think about that. The only people that come out of this scathe-free so far have been Too Faced, which is weird. If you think about it. Thanks for joining Leena and her morals on how cruel is your makeup bag. I will be getting rid of all the stuff that's got tape around it once I finish it up. So if you have any suggestions of dupes for any of the products I mentioned, please leave them below, please. Emma Blackery made a really great video about cruelty-free and so did loads of other people. Depina Mode is an amazing beauty channel that my friends Marion and Sana run, which is all about cruelty-free products and stuff. I'll leave resources below, you leave me some resources below, and then we're all going to be happy. What do you think about cruelty-free products? Are they that bad? Is it embarrassing in this age that we're doing it? Is it really our fault? Probably not. Consumer responsibility is kind of a thing. And also, if you see something bad happening and it's relatively effortless to change it, like literally, like in the minor details, like so petty that it's so easy to change it. It's just your face. Then like not doing it is just kind of embarrassing. Don't you think? Hi, my name's Leena and welcome to another episode of How Many Blind Eyes Can a White Girl from Coventry Have? I lost my glasses.